Hello and welcome to Sessions with Judith John. On the screen you can see my WhatsApp contact number and the mail ID on which you can contact me if interested. Today in this session I'm going to do something very different. Writing formats. Now when we talk of writing formats, you may be wondering what it is about. It's the entire writing section, be it letters, be it invitations, be it speech or debate. Always we are stuck with very little things, little doubts in our minds. The format everywhere is important because it brings clarity and it also fetches you marks if you write in the correct format. So here an entire series of only writing formats. So wherever you're getting stuck, you can just get this cleared by having a glance at it. So all the best. To begin with, the notice. Notice is written in all workplaces. You have a notice board. In your housing societies, you have notice boards. In all workplaces and in educational institutions and every office, everywhere, you will surely have a notice board. So how to go about writing a notice? This is the correct format. The name of the issuing organization or place on top, notice in capital letters, the date of issue, the caption or heading in 3 words at least to bring in clarity on what the notice is about, and the message, okay, with the sign of issuing authority and the designation of the issuing authority. I have explained this in detail in another session on notice writing, the link of which is given below here, and you can click and watch that for more. Next is the message. The message is something we scribble out, in any kind of an emergency to family members at home. Maybe when there is no other communication, we just take a sheet of paper, we just scribble something, leave it either on a, by the door, on the lock, or near the bed, or in the study table, or even in offices when messages quickly have to be passed on to a colleague or a subordinate easily. And this works very fast because all you need is just a piece of paper and pen and quickly. But what should you be writing in that? So the date and time is important, and then to whoever you're addressing it to, and the dear is optional depending on the relationship you have with the person. Dear is otherwise used even in official letters. Then the message itself in very simple, straight language, being very brief and to the point, regards and sign. So this is the format of a quick message. There is no need for anything else to be added into it. The postcard. We are now, kind of very rarely using postcards. But tourists, I'm sure when you're visiting places, postcards of the place will be available. And with the pictures of the, the tourist sites that you are visiting. So if you want to quickly pen down and show your dear ones, and easily you can buy that postcard right there. Here I am now in this place enjoying this, what is special about that place, yours affectionately signed, and just put this postcard, drop it anywhere, and surely within the next 3 or 4 days I'm sure your loved ones can see it. This is the format for the postcard. Posters again, it's important because we do put up posters everywhere. You will see it even along the roadsides. You will see it in workplaces. You will see it displayed outside the gates of so many important offices. It appears even in newspapers in smaller sizes. So here it is, and the detailed format of a poster. If you want to know about how it goes, then you can click on the link given here. to know more about how to go about poster writing, but here is just the important points needed. If it is an event, then the time, date, and venue is important. The main theme has to be written in block letters. Use very simple and easily comprehensible language because anyone looking at it should be able to understand what it is. Points should be written in short phrases, and if a relevant picture, photograph, or just one single relevant something that has to go with it, with the issuing authority or the organizers of the event. Advertisement and posters are very similar. If you want to know more about it, you can click on the link below given here to get to know the details of how to really draft or create an advertisement. It usually has a slogan or a jingle. It has to be attractive, only then people will watch it, will at least glance at it. So there should be one relevant figure or picture that goes with it, which again relevant. Okay, not that I look at the picture and I don't even know what it is about. Short phrases, varying font size to be used, whatever is highlighted in big capitals and the others in smaller sizes. Okay, so that's how it goes, and below surely the website or contact number or the company's name, the manufacturer's name, details have to be given. Invitations. At some point of time, we all invite. We invite our friends, families, relatives, people around, or for whatever functions, occasions. All right. So there are two. We'll be looking at both the formats. Over here is the invitation, the formal one. Formal ones are printed. So all these points, writing in the third person, simple present tense. Usually these are printed cards which are centered. Okay, where the words are centered. The varying font sizes are used, and even nice stylish calligraphy is used depending on which you want to be highlighted. Okay, you have to use very polite language and very formal language, like request the pleasure of your benign presence or company, seek your auspicious presence, things like this. If you want to know more details of this, you can surely click on the link over here to learn more about how to create this, apart from the quick format given here. Now the invitation, informal one. The informal invitation is for a very small group of people. You want few people for a particular occasion. It's simply written in as an informal letter, written in first person friendly language, because you will be calling upon only your very close people who are very close to you. The format is given here of the friendly letter. This is also the format of the friendly letter. Again, you would like to know more details on how to go about really creating or writing an informal invitation. You can click on the link given here to know more about it in the session where I'm explaining in detail. Reply to invitation. Many a times people fail to reply, but it's courtesy and being polite to reply to an invitation, and makes it easy for the host or the person who has invited you to make arrangements accordingly. So you can either accept the invitation and say, yes, I'll be there, or you can deny or regret and say, sorry, I won't be able to make it. If you want to again know more about this, you can always click on the link given here to know more about it in a session where I'm explaining this in detail. But for now, a quick glance at a formal reply. How will you give a formal reply? With use, I see the kind of words that have to be used. I regret I'll not be able to make it. Or you use a third person again. Mr. and Mrs. So and so would gladly be there for the occasion. Thanks for the kind invitation. All that. So the kind of language that has to be used, formal language, being very polite. An informal reply. Informal invitation again is an informal letter, friendly letter. So your reply will also go in the same manner. Like an ordinary friendly letter, where you will be saying, yes, I'm happy, I'll be there for you, and if you need any help, you let me know. I'll be there even earlier. So because this is again close-knit connections. Caption writing. Now this is again a very interesting activity. if you're really going to give captions to the photographs, the moments that you've got at hand, to place it either in magazines, to place it even in your own collection, and you would like to give it a good caption. In the newspapers or even in all of media, you see photographs go with lovely captions. Captions that speak. So you have to be accurate. Captions should be written to really explain what it is more than the photograph. People can see the photograph. What is not in the photograph should be seen. So don't state the obvious. Pick a particular style, have your own style. All right. It should be, of course, quite attractive and interesting. All right. You need not use words like a, and the. You can just directly go into giving a caption. The photograph should get complete with the caption. All right. So these are some of the important points. Otherwise, a caption is just one line. Brochures. You should be able to actually create your own brochures. Because you get so much of information that when you really want to plan a holiday, you get so much, you can always select and make your own brochure. This is what it is about. Take an A4 size paper and make it trifold. Okay. Just like any menus that open up or any brochures that you see, you can just fold it up and then write on that. So you'll get the feel. It's a brochure. Give it a catchy headline, sure is needed. Name your trip. Okay. Use interest-grabbing pictures. Some nice pictures of places which you really want to visit, which have to be visited. Okay, give facts. Now you require facts to create a brochure. Anywhere if you look up a brochure, there's a lot of facts. You can't be writing false things here. All right. Don't have to write very long paragraphs. Important points which have to be there about the place. All right. Label the sections. This is like day 1, this, these places. Don't clutter with too much of information. Even that becomes a little difficult. And of course, if you're going to share it with others, give your contact details and other information to arrange a trip or so. Informal letter or the friendly letter. Already I've shared with you the format of this in a reply to invitation and informal invitation, which is similar to a friendly letter. Here it's clearly given, and also the link to the session on where I'm explaining the letter writing in detail is also given. You can click for more information. As such, one quick glance and it's here. The format for informal letter with the sender's address, the date, remember how the date has to be written, the salutation, the content in 3 paragraphs, it can be even 2, it can be less, don't make it a lot more, and the subscription with yours lovingly, yours faithfully, or yours affectionately with your signature. The formal letter or the official letter or the business letter. For all these, you have to follow this particular format to fetch your marks and to also be with a perfect letter where all the necessary details are in it. Again, the link to the session where I'm explaining letter writing in detail is here. If you want for more information, you can click on that. But for now, one quick glance, the sender's name and sender's address, which is right on top, the receiver's name and receiver's address there, the date and how to write the date I've mentioned over here. The subject, which has to be just in one line. Don't make the subject a story by itself. The subject has to be just in one crisp line. The salutation, content, subscription, sign, name in capital letters and designation if required. It's optional. Emails. Email has become part of our lives. Every day we write. But this is the format in which you will write. If you have to write it in an exam on a paper, then this is the way. So from And then the next line you write date to the left side and time to the right side, to and CC and subject. Dear so and so, write the matter in as brief as possible, to the point, regards, and write your name. So this is the format for the email. Paragraph writing. Interestingly, CBSE has added this into this class 10 syllabus, 9 and 10 syllabus, one single paragraph. And they provide you with data, with surveys, with reports, or with a graphical representation or a picture and so on to write your paragraph. That would be your input. Now, using that, how will you write a paragraph? Use appropriate functional language required to show trend, progression, and comparison, more, less, increasing, decreasing, whether it's stable, to achieve cohesion and accuracy. Give facts. Never make up your own things. Whatever is real, write that. Cohesion via connecting ideas, logical progression, and coherence through relevance of ideas and style. Maintain your style of writing. You're the one who are going to create the sentences, although only facts are provided in the question. How to make it interesting into a paragraph, the language skills is in your hands. So begin with an introductory sentence. The content, make sure at least 4 points are added. Paraphrase the information which is given in the question. Do not create your own. And in the concluding line, state the main inference from which it is provided. Okay. Report. Report writing also, I have given detailed explanation in another session, the link of which you can see here below. You can click on that to see more. For a quick glance, it's like this. The headline in 3 or 4 words with the byline, who wrote it. The next line will be that. In paragraph 1, you're going to give the place, date, and details to just introduce. In second paragraph, detailed description of the event in order of how it happened, chronological order. That's important, just keep in mind. And then in paragraph 3, the conclusion. You can either come up with a general statement, your own idea, somebody else's idea, suggestions if needed, or views of people. Okay. Remember that all these are quick glances for you when you do not have the time and just quickly glance through all these writing formats. But in detail, if you want to know more, do click on the link provided below to learn more about what's a narrative and how to go about it. The format remains the same as a report with the headline, byline, with the same kind of 3 paragraphs and the same content. Article writing. You write an article, you write an opinion article, or you write an article on any given topic or any topic you want to write on. And to know more details, again, you can click on the link given here right on top. But right now, at a glance, you got to give a suitable title, okay, and introduction to the theme in the very first paragraph. The content in 3 paragraphs, conclusion with the name of the writer right below. Speech. Again, speech has been explained in another session very clearly with details. You can click on the link here right on top. For now, at a glance, here we have greetings at the beginning. Without greeting everyone, we can't begin. Introduce the theme, the catchy key sentence, give accurate facts, data, if required stories, relevant stories which will go with your topic, most positive points and least negative points, and conclude. In general, or you can also be specific about a particular point that you want to make. And of course, never forget to thank everyone. Debate. Speech and debate are similar. And this has been explained in the session, the link of which is given here right on top. It begins with greetings. The only difference is that here you will speak either for or against. You cannot dabble on both sides. At least 4 to 5 strong points which support your argument has to be given with facts and figures. It's not about a general speech. It is about you making a point. And then conclusion, where you reinstate the points and, of course, thank everyone. Diary entry. I don't know how many really maintain a diary. There are quite a few people whom I know who maintain a diary. When you write your diary, make sure that you write the date and day, and of course, whatever you want to write or say to your diary, expressing your feelings of the day, of the event, whatever. And then the book review. Book reviews are very interesting to write. You read a book and then you opine your own opinions, you're going to pen down. So it starts with the introduction or name of the book and the author, how and why this book is selected to read. You can be very spontaneous. Then give a short summary of the book and the plot, highlight that. Then go into the critical analysis of the book, the personal experience with the book that you had, how much you enjoyed it. You can also bring out the flip side if you really didn't like something. So it is likes and dislikes of the book. The characters, okay, you can pick up your favorite character, what you learned from a particular character. All right, and then of course a general evaluation of the book, the theme, the idea, the moral, the conclusion. It's really very satisfying to write a book review, even if not as an activity in school or even otherwise. I think whenever you read a book, one should be writing a book review and even sharing it with others. Enjoy doing that. Short story writing. This is also a question in class 10 as per the CBSE syllabus. Otherwise, also, I think all of us do write short stories. If you really get into a mode and you have some matter to write down, I'm sure we can take out a pen and write a story. There are so many publishers today, even online available, so easily you can. You can easily start with Once Upon a Time if you want to be the same traditional, conventional way. Otherwise, you can, of course, make it interesting with a very fantastic start line to be different, to be unique, and then introduce the characters through the dialogue, through the narration, not all together, you know, and then develop the plot by describing events in detail, a little more of feelings and so on, and then reach the climax, the interesting part or the most unpredictable part. And then, of course, you can end the story on a positive note. It's always good to give a message and not to forget the title. Thank you for watching. Keep watching Sessions with Judith John for more tips and inputs to excel and stand out. Text your doubts and queries in the comment box or mail me at sessionswithjudithjohn@gmail.com for online tutorial or even a simple discussion. You can also contact me at this number 82979 70282 for personal coaching or doubt clearing sessions or as per your requirement. Thank you very much for watching. Until then, God bless you. Bye.